Okay guys, one thing I forgot to mention, my apologies, in the previous part of this episode, and this may be obvious to some, so please don't think that I'm insulting your intelligence by making this point, but some people it just may not be obvious to. With ZoomText, when you have it running, and it shows the magnified view like this, and the color and all that, whatever enhancements you put on it, and mouse enhancements and all that, when you're interacting with programs like this TweetDeck or say Firefox or Internet Explorer or whatever you're working with, all of the links are going to do the same thing they would when you click on them, you know, that they would do without ZoomText. Okay? If you're using a normal computer with normal magnification, normal screen. All the links will work out the same way, you click in the same way, you know, you would without, you know, you use the left mouse button generally, or you can right click on stuff if you need to access menus, just like you would on any computer without ZoomText. So, for instance, if I want to access in TweetDeck here the full conversation from this tweet, actually looks like I already have it up, so let me go back. Okay, so I went back there, and if I want to access full conversation of this tweet here, then I can click on what you would normally click on with this hand, which is the same kind of hand you get, as you know, in a normal computer screen. Clicking on that. And there you see, you get the whole conversation, as you would normally. As you can see, the proportions of magnification are the same, whether you have ZoomText up or not. As you can see up with TweetDeck, as usual, this text here in previous tweets in a conversation is smaller, and this here is larger. The proportions remain the same, but the magnification for each is going to be 5 times. So this is 4 times in this case for me. 4 times here, 4 times here. If that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the normal magnification there, or normal tweet. Right there's normal tweet. And as a further example, I'm going to go to my Twitter page on Safari. So let me bring that up. Okay, I'm going to type that in. Oh, my battery's about to die. I'm going to plug this in real quick to do the rest of this stuff. Apologies, this was not expected, but it will be resolved in a few seconds. Should have had this plugged in the whole time, in fact. Hopefully this doesn't screw anything up on my video. Alright, now I'm plugged in. Now, because I and a lot of other blind people do have problems seeing the mouse, and it's actually slower for us to try to find the mouse all the time, like I said, for ZoomText, there are special keystrokes we use to navigate our screen, and there are also built-in keystrokes to Windows that we know about. A lot of other people don't know about, but they're there, so that we can more quickly do things with the computer. Alright, so here is, now sometimes those keystrokes, by the way, will interfere with each other. Let's see if I'm still recording. Yes, I am. Okay, because my battery indicator popped up and I wasn't sure if this is still recording. Alright, anyway, so there's Twitter, as you may be able to see there in the address bar. I hope you can see that well enough. Hope it's not too blurry. And let's see what I have on my screen. I'm going to look on the regular screen so I can tell what I'm doing. Alrighty. And so, here's my Twitter screen, the main page. So, here you can, of course, write what you want to write. And where's my mouse? There it is. So I'm going to do a little tweet. Now, you won't be able to see me tweeting because I need on both hands, and it would be really slow if I just used one. So I'm going to put this down, and then I'll show you my tweet. So again, I just moved my I-beam. You can see normal I-beam, moved it over there, and clicked on the edit field, and it brought up a normal cursor. If you can't see the cursor as a blind person, you can actually put little things around it to highlight where the cursor is so you can see it more easily, but for me, I'm able to see the cursor blinking like that just fine. That's under, I think, cursor enhancements in ZoomText, again, once you learn the interface. But as I said about the I-beam there, clicked on it, brought up the cursor, so I'm going to type in a tweet, which you will probably see later if you follow me on Twitter. I am currently demonstrating #ZoomText for my next #through my eyes #podcast. Alright. And also you can sometimes, I've got to, it's not doing it right now, I'm not sure why, but you can sometimes demonstrate, or rather have ZoomText read what you're typing. If that makes it easier for you, you can set it to not do that or to do that. Alright, so you can see there's my tweet. Now, as you're typing, even though you can see it because I can't do that and hold the camera at the same time, as you're typing, the screen, if you're typing and something goes out of the screen will move along with you automatically, so you don't have to move left and right across the screen as you're typing at the same time you're typing, with the mouse. So, actually, let me see if I can show you that. So, okay, I'm going to start typing here at the end. Now, I'm not moving, actually, well, some programs it works on and some it doesn't. Actually, let me just bring up, well, let me send this tweet first, one thing at a time. So, even on the Twitter website, a lot of times there are shortcut keys. I'm not sure if there is one here, but so a lot of times you can just hit Control-Enter, and it will send your tweet. Actually, I'm going to try to do, well, maybe I won't try to do that. Let's see, where's the tweet thing? I think it's below here. Like I said, I usually just use a shortcut, and so I don't know necessarily where all the little buttons are to click on. Okay. So I'm going to move the mouse to the center of the screen so I can tell you where it is, and then I'm going to hit the tweet button. Because again, right now it's out of my, actually it's in my view. Let's see here. Again, it's hard to do ZoomText with my computer screen and this camera screen at the same time, which has an even more limited view. Alright. So there we go. There's my tweet button, and there's my mouse. So I'm going to click tweet.
Simple tweet button.
It tells me that button. When you click on buttons, a lot of times it'll tell you what they are too. Or even if you scroll with your tab through the page, it'll read links. Okay. Is that the tweet? Yeah, there it is. So, okay, so I'm currently right there is the tweet. It just came up on my screen. And I'm moving back and forth with my mouse there. Again, you can move back and forth, and move your mouse back and forth on the screen like this, or you can use the arrow keys. And then, say, if you move outside of where your mouse is with your arrow keys, you move, say, to the lower right part of the screen, you can hit a keystroke and put your mouse into the center of the screen. I mentioned that earlier. You can do that in that case also. You can also use keystrokes to jump to particular portions of the screen. There's a keystroke you can use to jump to the center of any screen, no matter what program you're in or whatever. This works on all programs. There's a keystroke you can use to jump to the upper left. Another one you can use to jump to the upper right, lower left, lower right. Okay? And again, I use a lot of these keystrokes just to make working with my computer easier. So I'm going to go to my Word document, and I'm just going to type in a bunch of characters or whatever to show you how the focus moves with my cursor. And again, sometimes little glitches will happen in ZoomText to where some of those things won't work in certain situations, but we shall see if this should work. Alright, let me bring this up through my eyes notes. And again, I have speech running here also. Mouse to view. You might have heard that. I did a little keystroke that put the mouse in the center of my view, which is actually sometimes quicker than having to do the cross thing to locate the mouse. I just hit that keystroke and it puts it right in the center of my view. Alright. So, you see, again, a normal cursor. If I find it, there we are, in Microsoft Word. And I'm just going to start typing out a random character. And you should be able to see how this moves. The focus is going to move I'm going to move this over a little bit. See, right now I'm moving the screen. Or I'm moving my that's kind of hard to demonstrate, but anyway, I'm moving this, and you can see how this is moving across the screen. The focus is moving across the screen. I'm not moving this phone any longer. It's in the same spot, focusing on the same spot, but ZoomText is moving the focus along with what you're typing, so you don't have to move it on your own. Let's see, get back to the previous slide.
J repeated 63 times.
J repeated 63 times, it just said. When I put a space. I've got it set so it'll echo words, so every time I write a word and hit a space, or something that looks like a word and hit a space, it'll read what I have there. Alright, so I'm going to start typing another set of J's. And you see here it moved right back. Did it? Let's see here. It moved back. Yeah, there it went. See, it moved right back to the left side of the screen. And it's going to follow over there. Focus. Alright, there you go. I'm going to delete that later. So I think, again, that covers everything. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Hope you found it informative and possibly even entertaining. I shall talk with you guys later. Thanks for watching through my eyes.